everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. I was almost on time. I was on the cusp of being on time today, and then I had to do some faffing around with the video that's going up live today. So sorry I'm a few minutes late, but I have got my tea. We've got plenty to get through. I've got lots of conversation to be telling you all about, to update you on, and of course we'll be going through and answering any questions that you guys have. So welcome. How is everyone today? How's everyone's Saturday going? What are we drinking? What are our questions? It's listed all in the comment section. I always forget to do the housekeeping on these live streams, so let's do that first, and then we can get that stuff out of the way, all that waffle out of the way, then we can cut it and get on answering some questions. So here on Mad About Skin, we run these live streams every single Saturday at 6 PM UK time, which is 7 PM Europe time, which is 1 PM East Coast time, 10 AM West Coast time. I think I got that right. And somewhere in the middle of the night in Australia. And I was like, I should know the Australian time today because I saw something about the Australian elections before I came on here, and they were saying that it was all over and it was like 11 PM or something. So I think we're approaching midnight in Australia. If you're watching, that's dedication for you. Unlike a lot of other live streams that you see here on YouTube, you don't have to ask your questions multiple times. I kind of keep it fair and go through everything in the order that they come in. So if you've got a question or a comment or anything, just drop it in the chat and I will get round to you in the order that they come in. That way everyone has the opportunity to ask their question, get an answer, and it's all fair and above board. All I ask for in return is that if you haven't already, if you reach down and give this video a big thumbs up and a like. I know a lot of YouTubers ask for likes on all videos and it gets a little bit boring and wearing, I know, but the more likes the video gets, the more widely YouTube distribute it on their platform, so it is a really great way of helping as many people as possible to discover our wonderful Mad About Skin family, and that's kind of what we are. This is like a family gathering we do once a week. So I'm going to send a big love to anyone that's joining for the first time. If you are a first time viewer, drop me a chat, comment, and let me know. And to the like 80% of people that watch these live streams on replay, I'm sending you lots and lots of love. We love the replay squad, and I hope everything is amazing with you. So let's go through. Should we do the hellos? Let's do all the hellos and the greetings first, and then we'll get into some of the comments. So we've got Tom. Big thank you to Tom for moderating today's live stream, as he does every week. Honestly, I know I say this every week, but it's because I genuinely mean it. It would not be possible to do this without Tom, the love and support and kindness he shows every single week. He's like the sheriff in town, you know, keeps everyone in check, and whilst everyone is supremely well behaved here on Mad About Skin, we do get the odd bot. Some we don't mind. Spiderbot, hands up if everyone remembers Spiderbot. So, some, you know, that are less friendly. Tom keeps them all in check and just makes things run smoothly so we can all enjoy the live stream and yeah, get our questions answered. So big thank you to Tom. We've got Iraglobe, great to see you, my love, watching on replay. So a big shout out to you on replay. We've got Christy, who after a long time is able to join us on the live stream, which is super excited. Hello to William, Rita, Sane, we've got Christina, we've got Teresa, Katharina, Serena, we've got DM13, Danny, great to see you, my love, Razor Wing, we've got Sweet Tea, Pauline, N566, so many of you guys, what I call like the regular crowd, because we do these every single week, we kind of get to know the usual suspects, those that join us every single week, and they're like the true Mad About Skin family, but we're always looking for new members. So if you haven't already subscribed, you click the subscribe button, and then if you wait like 10 minutes, then it'll let you comment. There is that slight delay so that we don't get the bots, the trolls, the usual people that ruin it for everybody. But you can leave a comment as soon as you've subscribed, so don't worry about that. If you want to get your comment in, just click the subscribe button and then you can comment after. I think it's like a 10-minute wait. So what have we done this week? Well, this week has been very heavy on the packing, the shipping, and the distributing front. So if you remember, we announced the launch of the Mad About Skin lip balm and exfoliating gel. It went mad. So many orders. We had a few hiccups around me getting you know what, and the raw mail, we had a little bit of an issue with that, but finally everything's packed and out there, so you should be getting your orders early next week, hopefully. So, well, certainly the UK one should be early next week, and I am so unbelievably delighted that we finally get to get the products out to you guys. And I just hope you love them as much as I loved creating them. So obviously I would love to know your feedback and everything on that, either over on the Facebook group or, you know, in a comment section, because your feedback really does kind of shape the products and the direction of the brand. I'm just really pleased that we got that very last order. There is very little stock left. It all went a bit mad, but we have got some new stock coming in the next month, so Don't worry, if you haven't ordered yet, there is some limited stock still available, and there's some stuff coming in the next month, so do not panic. I think Tom's left a link to where you can buy the products at www.madaboutskincare.com. Just make sure that you use the I've got a Marcel cat hair, sorry, let me just deal with that. And make sure you use the codes though if you do shop, because I hate anyone overpaying. If you want free shipping, if you use the code no shipping, 2 separate words, capital N, capital S, you'll get free shipping wherever you are in the world. It's already free for UK consumers. So if you're in the UK and you literally just want to buy a lip balm, try it out, you can absolutely do that, free shipping. And if you haven't already, if you use the code MAS family, all one word, all capital letters, then that gets you 15% off everything. And then finally, if you've bought the serum before where it came with the pump, where it came with the dropper, but you want to try it with the pump, if you use the code try again, you'll be able to get the pump, the new pump version that we've launched, with 25% off, so you can kind of try it with what I think is the better packaging. Anyway, all of the orders are out, which, just thank you so much for all your patience, because, you know what, patience is a virtue, but I think a lot of you guys showed me way more patience than I expected, and it's just really, really kind of you, because it allowed me to get over the you-know-what that's doing the rounds at the moment, and then pack all the orders, and I just can't wait for you to try them. So let's go through some of the comments and the questions. So we've got Christy, who is joining after a long time no see, ready for some skincare chit-chat. Christy, it is wonderful to have you here, my love, and wonderful to see you again. Thank you so much for joining. William is in the house, which is wonderful. I hope all is amazing with you, William. Rita says, happy Saturday, Rob, and everyone. Love you, Rita. Sally says, yeah, you finally can join a live stream again. How is everyone? I'm in the garden and listening to the singing birds, watching the bumblebees in our flowers. That I love. That's a mark of springtime, and I'm all about that. I'm doing wonderfully, thank you, my love, and great to see you again. And I think this is the thing about these live streams that everybody can make every single week. We don't expect that, but it's just really nice that, you know, people can dip in and out, have their chat when they're able to, and it's just so wonderful to see you all again. So Sanay, thank you so much for joining. Christina says, I'm getting ready for a party, so I'll be watching on the replay squad. What do you say to Christina? I mean, first of all, how dare you prioritize your glamorous party over the live stream? But I will forgive, because I do know Christina will be glammed up to the nines, enjoying a light prosecco or something at a party, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful time, Christina. You definitely deserve it, because I know you work so hard. Teresa, great to see you, my love, says happy Saturday, Rob and the Mad About Skin family. Hope everyone has an amazing week. Hope you do too, Teresa. My week's been great. I just feel really good that we've got all of the orders, all of the shipping done and dusted out of the door, so I feel like now people can start enjoying the products when they arrive, giving the feedback, and it's just going to be like positivity and smooth sailing from now, he says, knowing that I probably just jinxed that. But you should all be getting your shipping notifications if you have ordered. And if there was a slight problem, just a slight problem with Royal Mail and the tracking numbers and getting them uploaded onto the Shopify so it could be sent to you. So if you haven't got your tracking number and you want it, just drop us an email and I'll quite happily find that out for you. I'll chase it and resend it for you. So don't worry about that. If you haven't got your tracking number yet, just reach out and we'll quite happily sort that. Katharina says, hello everybody, happy to see you all, sending lots of sunny vibes, my favourite time of the year. I agree, Katharina. I think spring is just amazing. My favourite time for sure. Have been gardening all day, smeared over with the SPF and wearing a sun hat, of course. Of course. I actually quite like a sun hat. I think they add a little glamour, especially if you're in the garden. It just protects the skin, which is the number one reason. But I also think sun hats can be quite glamorous. And I bet, Katharina, you are wearing it glammed to the gods. Serena says, I'll be watching from the replay squad. I've been missing so many lives due to graduation. Hopefully we'll be back soon. Serena, it is great to see you. And graduation it's such a magical time. So have an amazing time, my love. You have deserved it. Sending lots of love, Razor Wing. Great to see you, my love. Christy says, cozy with a blanket, book and a coffee. That is perfection. Sweet Tea, and I am doing wonderfully, Sweet Tea. How are you, my love? How is life in Florida? Oh, make us feel super jealous with the weather. Though actually, as you can tell from the window, super warm here in the UK. Not complaining, because the second I do, it'll turn really cold and wet. We're getting some really nice weather at the moment, which is nice. Everyone out in the garden, though my grass, I could actually lose my miniature dachshund in the grass. It's that long. That's a work in progress. Tomorrow, that is definitely the grass is getting cut. Great to see you, Pauline. M566 says, how to prevent... Oh, I've done that thing where I lose where we are in the chat already. You know what? How do I do that? We're not even like 10 minutes in and I've already done it. So let's see if I can get back to that comment. There we are. So N566 says, how to prevent laughter lines around the eyes. What did you want to be when you were younger? Did you ever envisage having a skincare channel? No, I didn't. What did I want to be when I was younger? I wanted to be a doctor. Then I wanted to be a policeman, but my dad was a policeman, which is why I kind of wanted to be a policeman. Though he always said, never do it. Just don't do it. But I really wanted to. because I think, well, who doesn't want to follow in like their dad's footsteps? So that was what I think I wanted to do. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be an astronaut at one point. That didn't work out. I never thought I'd do a skincare channel. No, because I am the least tech savvy person that ever existed. I think this is the last thing I thought I'd be doing. But you know what? Here we are, and it's all good. In terms of preventing laughter lines around the eyes. First of all, laugh lots, because I hear people say things like try to laugh as least as possible, don't move your face as much, and then you won't have lines. Please, like, there is so much going on in the world. Laughter is like the most important thing. So I would always say to anyone that listens to that rubbish that people spout saying move your face less and then you'll have less wrinkles, yes, you'll have less fun, and I'm all about the fun. So never do that. Just get yourself a good Duraline solution. I love the Ordinary Duraline. I use it morning and night on those fine lines and wrinkles. It acts as like a temporary Botox. It's not quite the same thing, but it acts as like a temporary version of that, so it'll minimize the appearance of those fine lines and wrinkles, and just over time it'll just smooth everything out. And really, you know, it gives a relatively instant impression as well. That's like my go-to for the laughter lines. Suzanne says, hello everybody, thank God I set an alarm, nearly forgot. Suzanne, so did I. I was having a little nap earlier, then I had to sort some bits out for the video, and then come on this live stream. It is a miracle I was here thanks to my alarm. So yeah, I think we all have alarms to thank for us actually being here on time. And Suzanne, I'm glad that you're here, my love. Chris says, hello Rob, Mad About Skin family. I can't attend the full live, but I'll be part of the replay squad. Chris, we love you. Sending you lots and lots of love for a Saturday, and look forward to seeing it on the replay squad. Daddy said, I too, just in time. I love you, Rob, and our community. Love you too, Danny. Love you so much, Danny, and I'm sending you a massive kiss. Beta says, hi Rob, hope you're well. Long time fan, second time caller. This we like. We love people that, you know, I love people that comment for the first time, or, you know, attend a live for the first time. So thank you for letting us know, and thank you for being here. Is it okay to apply a vitamin C derivative directly on top of copper peptide serum? I would do it the other way round. I mean, you can. First of all, you can. So vitamin C derivatives and copper peptides work perfectly together. I personally would use the vitamin C first, then the copper peptide after. But actually, with it being a vitamin C derivative, it really doesn't matter. But you can. It's pure form of ascorbic and L-ascorbic acid that you have to be careful with. So yes, absolutely. And whichever way around you want to do it, be my guest. But you can absolutely use the two together. Jan, great to see you, my love. So good to have you here. Suzanne says, hello, Rob. Wishing you all a beautiful weekend. It is do you know what? Do you know what, Suzanne? It is a beautiful weekend here. The sun is shining. The chickens are loving their lives in the heat. They love to dust bathe when it gets really, really hot. I think it cools them down. So they're living that. The dogs are outside. The cats. Marcel loves sunbathing. He kind of moves around the house all throughout the day, depending on where the sun's shining. He knows. You'll find Marcel. Find where the sun's beaming through the window. Marcel's there. Loving life. So yeah, we're all happy, and I hope you guys are wonderful too. Sandra said, hi Rob. How's your lovely puppy? He's all right. I don't actually know where he is. Let's have a look. No. He's not here at the moment. He probably will turn up in a minute. I'll call him down afterwards. He's doing wonderfully well. I don't really do puppies. I normally adopt dogs that are like middle-aged to older. So I've never really done puppies, even though I've had hundreds and hundreds of dogs. And so it's always a bit of a shock. And I think he's so high energy. But when I walk him, I get full on like proud dad dog moment, because he's so well behaved. Comes back when he's called. He's really polite to all people. He's friendly to all dogs. He's just like a little gem. And I see how some of the other dogs are behaving. I'm like, I feel very smug right now. So even though I feel like he's quite high energy and, you know, he needs a lot of attention, actually when you compare and contrast him to other puppies, I think he's an absolute diamond. Fully house trained. He comes back when he's called. He's just the loveliest little thing in the world. I'll make sure he comes down so you'll get a glimpse of Puppy later in the video, I promise. Now before I go on with the comments, actually I should have said this earlier. We have a little bit of something different coming after this live stream. So every week we do these live streams, and then we upload the video, and I do it as a live premiere so I can chat as we go along. I always remind people to turn down your volume before that happens, and I'll give you that warning, don't worry. But you don't need to do anything. Just straight after this live stream, you get moved over to today's video. The reason I'm calling it out specifically is we have a giveaway. We haven't done a giveaway for the longest time. So, Allies of Skin. Heard of the brand? I love it. I've tried all their products, despite the fact they have a ridiculously high price point, because I kind of thought, you know what, let's put it through the paces. Sometimes if we pay more, we get more. Let's see if it's the case with this. And I loved half of their products. hated the other half. So it's good to do a review, so you guys, if you did want to try Allies of Skin, actually know what you're getting in for, you don't spend your hard-earned coin on bad products. But because it comes with a higher price point, I wrangled a discount code out of them, which I never do because I feel so cheeky, but I kind of got in touch with them and were like, yeah, by the way, can we have a discount code? And actually they came back and said, yes, we could. So that's a big tick in the box. We love that, a little cheeky discount. And I wanted to do a giveaway. So if you wanted to get your hands on an Allies of Skin product of your choice, you choose the ones that you want, from the most expensive, which I think is like £110, to the cheapest, which is like 40, and you choose the product that you want and I will send it to you free of charge. If you want to take part in the giveaway, all you have to do is the video that comes straight after this live stream. You just have to drop a comment there, like the video, drop a comment, and I'll pick 2 people at random. Well, I'm actually going to get Tom to pick 2 people at random because I can't be objective and I don't want anyone accusing me of cheating, so I'm going to get Tom to pick out of a hat or something and do 2 at random. Now I'm going to try and finally get rid of this cat hair, which is... Does anyone else get this? Anyone with cats or dogs? Do you spend 90% of your life picking cat hair off your skincare? Is this just me, or is that out there? Barbara, great to see you, my love. Says, I've seen old videos, now I'm watching live for the first time. Love from Portugal. Barbara, we are glad to have you, my love. Sending lots and lots of love all the way to Portugal. I love it when people say, like, I've watched some of your old videos. I always go, oh no, oh cringe, because I remember some of those old videos where the lighting was terrible. The lighting's not much better in my current videos, but you know, whatever. The editing was terrible. I used to slur my words, like I could never get the words out. Some of those older videos were a little bit cringe. What was your, like, if we were gonna roast because I always think, you know what, you should always look back and kind of critique what you've done so you can see like the journey that you've been on. What would you say was the most cringe video I ever did? If you had to choose one of all the videos you've tried in the past, what would be the most cringe one that you think, oh dear? Oh dear, there's quite a lot to choose from, so feel free to roast me to filth in the comments, because I think if you can't laugh at yourself, who can we laugh at? Yeah, says, hi Rob, I'm obsessed with your channel. Thank you so much, my love, and thank you for joining. It says, thank you for being you. Thank you. How would you recommend we use Pycnogenol? I've got the ordinary one. So the ordinary one is in an oil base, so I would actually put it towards the end of your skincare routine. The way that I use it, though, you can absolutely just layer it like you would a normal serum, but the way I use it is I take my moisturizer, whichever one you choose. This works with every single moisturizer, and I put a few drops in my moisturizer, mix it in the palm of my hand, and then apply it liberally to the skin. That way, it sinks in a lot better. You get the benefits of it without having to put it on in 2 different steps, and I just find you get like really good results from it. If you have a very dry skin type, you might want to put it on separately, then put your moisturizer on top. All up to you, but the way that I do it is right at the end, mix a few drops in with my moisturizer to just dial up the intensity of that moisturization, and you will have gorgeous glowing skin. I hope that helps, and thank you for being so kind and for joining. We love you. Let's see, Scott says, greetings to all, sending good vibes. Scott, we are receiving the good vibes, and I'm sending lots your way too. Jan says, yeah, Suzanne was actually here 2.5 seconds before me. I imagine Jan and both you and Suzanne were probably there quite a bit before me, because I was 3 minutes late, which actually is not that bad by my normal standards. I know I should pride myself on being on time, but that never really happens. But I wasn't as late today as what I normally am, so I'm chalking that up to success, even though I keep promising Tom that I will be on time. Like I keep saying to Tom, I will be on time, this will work, and so far it's not worked. Melenthia, great to see you, my love. So Melenthia is going to be watching on replay, so I'm sending you lots and lots of love on Replay Squad. Benil, great to see you, my love. Love you too. Suzanne says, Rob, so far your idea of rotating between lactic acid 5% and 10% every second day was truly the sweet spot. I think sometimes we just have to be a bit crafty with our skincare. You know, I get it when sometimes like a 5% is too weak, 10% is too strong. What do you do? I think sometimes just alternating it is the best way forward, and no irritation. So that's a huge thumbs up. You see, Suzanne, we always have the best ideas here. And actually, you know, I get so many of my ideas from you guys, and I kind of just recycle them and play them back. So I have to give credit where it's due. I can't remember who gave me that idea. Oh, about a year ago, when I was struggling with the same thing, but it was with a niacinamide serum, and I wanted I had a 3% and I had a 10% and I wanted somewhere in the middle. And I used that same tip. So yeah, I can't even remember who gave me that tip, but big shout out to them, whoever did. Danny says, I will have 2 weeks holiday. So much to be able to catch up on all your videos. So much needed. Danny, 2 weeks holiday. 2 weeks. You deserve it though. I don't know anybody that works as hard as Danny. So I am sending you so much love. And you know what? You enjoy that holiday, my love. And it is a pleasure that you want to spend at least some of it with me. So we love that. We absolutely love that. Let's see what we got. Teresa says, hi Rob, I'm enjoying my weekend off with some hazelnut coffee. That sounds lovely. I actually have got, so I've run out of my Betty's tea. I always buy the Betty's tea, and I love it. And I've run out. I've got some on order, but it's run out. So today I've got, this is just like PG Tips, which, you know what, it's actually quite a nice brew. I'm enjoying it, but it's just not the same. It's not the same. So I might come over to you, Teresa, and have some of that hazelnut coffee because it sounds divine. Oh, Teresa said, my order shipped and I can't wait to get my goodies. Have you looked at the hand skin peptide brought up in the live 2 weeks ago? I have one on order, Teresa. Could I miss it? So basically, Christina brought up this 19 peptide serum, and I was like, yeah, okay, obviously I need that in my life. So as soon as I finished, she sent me a message saying, Rob, this is the link to the product. I was like, great, I'm going to buy that. I did, and it's on its way, and I am so impatient. Like, I am unbelievably impatient. I order a product, I want it now, and it's taking its time to come. But I think patience is a virtue. I'm going to work through it. And it will come in time. But yeah, I'm super impatient. But I've got it on order and I cannot wait to try it. It looks, from the ingredients list alone, it looks like the best peptide serum, bar none. But we'll see. Catherine says, hello everybody. And by the way, Teresa, I hope your products come super quick and I can't wait to hear what you think of them. Catherine says, hello everybody. Lots of love to the Mad About Skin family. We love you, Catherine. Says, Rob, what are your thoughts on Bioma skincare line for dry skin? Bioma. Now, love the packaging. I know there are a lot of people out there that says, packaging, why do people always mention the packaging? It's all about what's in the product. It is. But who doesn't like a nicely packaged product? Who doesn't like an easy to use product, and one that like grabs your attention, makes you want to use them? I'm quite a visual person, so the packaging does really matter. I think Bioma nailed it. Really easy to use, like pumps and packaging, and it's all super colourful. I like the look of it. I like the aesthetic. I think they've really nailed the packaging. So that's a huge tick in the box, and one of the first reasons I tried it. Then when I did try it, I was moderately impressed. I didn't like the cleanser. I thought it dried my skin. I just think people hyped it a little bit too much. You read so many things, people saying, game-changing skincare, this is going to change your life, it was all hype, and then I tried it, it was like, it's not bad. It's not bad. I personally think there are better skincare lines out there for dry skin. I love the e.l.f. skincare line, for example. I think that's absolutely fabulous. Patty, who's a fantastic friend and subscriber, put me onto e.l.f. I've tried all their products, loved pretty much all of them. I think that would work better for dry skin. I think Bioma, great. If you like nice packaging and you want to try it, I would definitely say none of their products are bad. I just think there might be better ones out there, if that makes sense. Let's see, Jackie, great to see you. Says, first time catching you live. We've got a lot of first timers in the live, which is wonderful. Thank you so much for everyone that has joined. And you know, it's just nice to be able to put like names to faces and all of that good stuff. And it feels like, I don't know, with these lives, I started them, when did we start them? Like 2 years ago? Because we had the whole lockdown and people were feeling very isolated. I mean, I was feeling very isolated in like, four walls. It felt very like, the world felt suddenly very like small. Do you know what I mean? And so I started these to kind of bring people together so we can chat, just chill and just have a community, and they've just snowballed from there. And so it feels like, I know a lot of YouTubers have stopped doing their live streams now that things are open up again. I love this. This is like my happy place. I love doing this every single week. I look forward to these live streams. It just always makes me incredibly happy to kind of connect with you guys and just have a bit of fun. So yeah, thank you so much to everybody that does always join them. It just makes my week, so thank you. Let's see, says Jan says, holidays, vacation, sounds vaguely familiar. Well, we've got a bit of exciting news. While we're on the old vacay, I know Jan as well, by the way. I haven't had one for years. Well, what seems like years. So I am going on a cruise with the family, which I literally can't wait. I bought the internet package because I thought, I'm so cheap. I am so cheap. Like, anyone that knows me, I'm ridiculously cheap. But I'm going to buy the internet package because how cool would it be to do a little bit of a live stream from my cabin, which I've got a cheeky upgrade. Oh yeah, I'm that person. I am that person. I rang up and was like, any chance for an upgrade? And I used to work for the company as well, to be fair, and they were like, yeah, sure, we'll give you an upgrade. So I'm going to be super bougie and luxury on this, and I thought, why don't we do like a live stream from the cabin so we can all kind of, I could take you on holiday with me, we can kind of we could do it, and I've got some good content filmed, because whilst I want it to be a holiday and I want to take some time off and relax, I'm quite excited now we can actually go away again, to do with like the skincare I travel with and some videos and things like that, which I've got lots of exciting things lined up. So So yeah, in a couple of weeks' time, we'll be having like a live stream on the high seas. And you know what's shocking? The internet in the middle of the ocean is going to be a hell of a lot better than the internet in my house, which is awful. So we all have to look forward to. Anyway, Tom is very kindly left some of the discount codes for any of the Mad About Skin products. If you did want to buy them, I just always want to reiterate to people, use the discount codes, because I hate overpaying. I don't want you guys to overpay for my brand. So you can get things like free shipping, you can get money off different products and all that. So Tom's really kind of left all the links. So do make sure you use them, because the last thing I want is, you know, for anyone to overpay on anything. Suzanne says, I love the floofy hair, Rob. So adorable. Ah, we have gone very floof. So Tom recommended a new shampoo and conditioner that was designed to give volume and a little bit of a boost to the hair. Well, it's done that and gone into overdrive. It's literally like a pom-pom sat on my head. But, so it definitely works. Tom, what's the name of that shampoo and conditioner? I can't remember. Tom, drop it in the comments, otherwise I'll forget. But Tom put me onto it and I was like, okay, I'm a bit skeptical. I loved it. So yeah, so we've got a bit floofy. But I am getting a haircut on Tuesday, but I'm thinking of going a little bit shorter on the sides, because this is it's practically mullet now. But I am going to keep some of the length on the top because I'm kind of liking it. I don't know, I'm kind of liking it. Thoughts? Paul says, what's the pH for the Mad About Skin exfoliating gel, my love? Right, so pH, a little bit of a lesson on the old pH. pH is best measured in water. So when a serum is water-based, really easy to derive the pH. When you when you formulate with something other than water, so in our case, it's aloe vera, which is much more, I think it's got some hydrating benefits, and I prefer it to just standard water in that gel. It's a little bit more difficult to check the pH and kind of measure it. Doesn't mean that those, that the exfoliating acids in there won't work. It's just a different way of measuring it. But it comes out to an equivalent of 4.25, which is super gentle, but will still give a meaningful exfoliation in the long term. Different exfoliating acids are more pH sensitive than others. So glycolic acid, for example, very pH sensitive. You need a low pH for glycolic acid to really work. Salicylic acid doesn't have any preference for pH. So salicylic acid isn't pH sensitive and will work in pretty much all pHs. Same with kojic acid. The two stands out in the Mad About Skin exfoliating gel are kojic acid and salicylic acid. So the pH doesn't matter as much. And there's lactic acid, which again isn't that pH sensitive. So which is why we went for like a 4, which pH is measured in a range. So this is 3.75 to 4.25. It's a range, and that just gives a little bit of a more gentle approach, but you still get really good results, if that makes sense. It's only really with the glycolic acid that you have to go super low pH. Something in like the 3 would be probably what I'd recommend for an effective glycolic acid, and then you get a lot of sensitivity and irritation. So with the Mad About Skin exfoliating gel, you'll get a really good exfoliation, but you shouldn't get too much sensitivity. I always think this is played out by Tom, who I sent some product to early on to try out, said used it straight after shaving and didn't get that burning and that prickling that you can get from shaving, which is really important because, let's be honest, no one wants to have to dread using a product because you know it's going to burn. So you shouldn't get any burn. But that's a really good question. And I'm always happy. I've always said with the My Skincare line, I want to be as open and transparent as possible. So if anyone's got any other questions, just let me know. Tom says 1980s hair. Excuse me, Tom. Excuse me. I wasn't around. Oh, I was around in the 80s. Yeah, well, I mean, I was around in the 80s. But I didn't have a lot of hair in the 80s. Does that count? So Danny says, Jan, vaguely familiar on the holiday front. We should plan our holidays at the same time as surprise Rob in the UK. I would love that. I'm all in favour of that. If you're coming to the UK, Danny, drop me a line. Agri Speaky says, hello from Greece. Sending you lots and lots of love all the way to Greece. International Language of Dance. I love reading that name out so much. Welcome, my love. So good evening, lovely Rob. Hope you're well. Can you please recommend anything for psoriasis? First of all, happy evening to you too, my love. I hope you're all amazing. For psoriasis, I find it really difficult to recommend. First of all, I would always say make sure you get a consultation with a doctor, dermatologist, a professional that can kind of say, A, it is actually psoriasis, which I'm sure from what you're saying it does, and any treatments that you can use. A friend of mine has quite advanced psoriasis, and the thing that's worked the best outside of like the medical creams and lotions and potions, which I would totally recommend, but need to be prescribed, is oatmeal bath. So putting some oat, don't get instant porridge oats. Do not do that. So she once said, "Oh, while you're at the shops, could you buy me some some oats?" I was like, "Yeah, fine." Got like oats so simple. You stuff it in a sock and you put it in the bath, like tie the sock, put it in the bath like a bath bomb, and all that oat goodness will just calm, soothe, and minimize any irritation and inflammation in there. I got her the oats so simple. It was the what was it, like the maple syrup flavored one? That was a hot mess in that bath. So don't do that. It needs to be like proper rolled oats. But yeah, put them in a sock, tie it in a knot, throw it in the bath, enjoy a bath, and it's supposed to be really, really good. She swears by it, and I've seen some really great results just in her skin, so definitely would recommend that. Lauren, great to see you. Sending lots of love to New York. Jan says, been mowing the lawn a lot today. Last time the sun boiled my left arm, actual blisters. Even though I used SPF 50, took no chance today. Triple lead seems to have worked. Fingers crossed, Jan, that sounds really, really painful. Some things can make us more focused. I got a burn on my hand. Oh, where was I? Somewhere super glam. It was like 10 years ago. I think it was like Mexico or something. And I was squeezing the lime into my mojito. Yes, that glam. And I got the lime juice ran down my hand. And even though I used loads of sunscreen, as I always do, my hand blistered. And things like that can make you super sensitive. And some things in the garden that you rub against can make you photosensitive as well. So it might have been something like that. I don't know. But that can help. And that was my experience just with lime juice did that, and it was so painful. So my heart goes out to you, Janet. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Sweet Tea says, hi Rob, does humidity affect breakouts? I'm seeing it in my skin and outside it's like a steam bath. Now, this, if we come around, I hear things from dermatologists, professionals, and all of this, and it never chimes with my own experience. And I think sometimes we have to like speak as we find when it comes to skincare and like how it interacts with our skin. So I always got told that things like Vaseline doesn't clog the pores. You're lying if you tell people it clogs the pores. Well, how come every time I use Vaseline on my skin, which I've stopped doing a long time ago, I'm like a total breakout central? The same goes for humidity. So lots of people say humidity doesn't impact the amount of breakouts. Sweating doesn't cause breakouts. No, you're wrong. And yet every time it gets super hot and humid here in the UK, I break out. So I do think, sweetie, I genuinely think it does. Whilst a lot of professionals will tell you it doesn't, I from personal experience, I think it does. The more humid it is, I think the more likely I am, at least, to break out. One thing you can do to minimize that is keep a really simple skincare routine on those super humid days. Like literally just cleanse the skin, put an antioxidant on, and then your sunscreen. Forget the moisturizer, just put a hydrating sunscreen on, and then out you go. Because I think sometimes we overload the skin, and then any sweat and perspiration just can't get through it. So that would be probably what I would do to counteract that, and that should help. But yes, whilst people tell you it doesn't, I think it does. Irene, great to see you, my love. Running late, but we're glad that you're here, Irene. That is the main thing, and sending you lots and lots of love. Tom says, Rob, Adam Lamb had a video today about niche beauty lab products. Have you tried any of their brands of products? I'd never heard them till that video, Tom. I don't know. That was a good haul he had there as well. So I do want to try some of their products. I feel that they're a little bit overwhelming. There's so much there. Do you know what I mean? So I watched Adam's video about 10 minutes before I came on this live stream. I think what I'm going to do is go back, kind of make a note of the products he recommends and just put a few on order, because I think sometimes we can get a little bit overwhelmed with there's just so many different products to try. So I'm going to think about the ones I want to try. But yeah, would you guys like to see my version of that video, like a little bit of a niche beauty lab like product review? I'm trying to do more, as a side note, I'm trying to do more brand reviews, because if you remember during lockdown and all of that in the last 2 years, we used to do a lot of single product reviews where we take one skincare product and say this product's this is what it does, this is amazing or it's terrible, and people really like that. Those videos did really well because people searched them if they were interested in the product. That style of video kind of died like 6 months ago. Nobody was interested in it anymore. People don't want single product reviews. I think people find them a bit boring now, to be honest, and I did a couple, they didn't do very well. People aren't searching them as much. I think we've kind of all got to grips with the core elements of our skincare routine, and so people have moved away from like single product reviews. Very few people actually do them anymore, which you've kind of got to fill that content void. And one thing I think people are still interested in is full brand reviews. So instead of just looking at a product, look at like a full brand, the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, and do all of that. So I could do that for Niche Beauty Lab if you want. Is there any call for that? Guys, let me know. But definitely check out Adam's video. I don't know, Tom, if you can leave a link to his video. I would recommend everyone check him out. I love Adam. He's getting married very soon. It's not this weekend. I think it's next weekend. But he's getting married very, very soon. So I'm sending Adam, if you're watching, because I do know sometimes watches these lives. If you're watching, hope you have the very, very best wedding and best of luck for future happiness. Mary says, what's your opinion about Bakuchiol? I love Bakuchiol. I know a lot of people hate Bakuchiol. I think I'm the odd one out. A lot of people say use retinol, forget Bakuchiol. So Bakuchiol is a plant. It's what people call it a more gentle version of retinol, in that studies have shown that it mimics the outcomes you'll get from retinol, but with less sensitivity. It's not a vitamin A derivative. It isn't retinol, so call that out. But I personally really like it. I think it works best when combined with a low-strength retinol, like the one by Paula's Choice. But even just on its own, you can get some really great results. I say that if your skin can tolerate it, you're better going for a retinol. If you can't and you have super sensitive skin, Bakuchiol all the way. It's what I used to use on my neck, which can't tolerate a full-strength retinol, and I got some great results. You know, this cat hair is still here. How? Marcel isn't here, but he's very much here. Agri Speaker says, you should try Hollyfrog products. I really don't understand what you do for a living. What I do for a living? I do this. I do this. I am pretty much full-time doing this, and I love every single minute of it. I like Hollyfrog. I think they're quite expensive because the size of the products aren't that big. I think this is the problem. Their products don't last that long and you're paying quite a lot for them. But I have tried Hollyfrog products and I do like them. So if you guys would want a review, I'm quite happy to do one. Now, I am going to take a big sip of my tea before my voice goes. If you haven't already, if you could minimize the chat, click the like button, then when you maximize the chat, it takes you back to where you were. I don't want to beg for likes. Hopefully the content will speak for itself. But it is a great way of supporting any content creators that you do like, because the more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube distributes it on its platform. So it's just like the algorithm whirs in the background. And I guess the more likes a video gets, it kind of triggers YouTube to say, okay, this is quality content worth kind of pushing out to new people, which helps as many people as possible to discover our wonderful Mad About Skin family. So yeah, if you haven't clicked the like button already, all you need to do is minimize the chat, click the like button, then when you come back, it'll all be there exactly where you left off. Do you know I never took a sip of that tea, did I? That tea is so good. Let's Victoria Beckham used to say that Duraline before retinol, Rob. Victoria Beckham used to say what? I love Victoria Beckham. I'm a big Spice Girls fan. What did you say relative to like the rest of the conversation? Duraline before retinol, yes, absolutely. Duraline on straight after cleansing and exfoliating. That's how I do it. Closest to the skin as possible. Bunny L says, hey Rob, is the alcohol in Bioma UV watery essence bad in the long run? No, I think drying alcohols get demonized. Everybody like gasps if there's denatured alcohol in a product. It's not that bad. It will just be a little bit drying on the skin. So these alcohols evaporate and take with it some of the moisture from the skin. So if you use a lot of drying alcohols in your skincare, it's going to dehydrate the skin in the long term. If like me, you're super oily and acne prone, that's not a bad thing. It actually keeps you matte. However, if you have a drier skin type, probably not going to be great. So it's all dependent on your individual skin types, your skin's needs. I find if I use the Bioma UV Watery Essence 3 days in a row, I start to feel my skin feeling a little bit dry. So what I'll do is switch it up for a couple of days to a more hydrating sunscreen, then go back to it. It's a holy grail. It's amazing. But I do think it will dry you out slightly. Won't be a bad thing if you've got an oily skin type. I'd probably stay away from it if you've got a drier skin type. Alicia says, hi guys, the Queen is here. Happy Saturday. Sending you lots and lots of love, Alicia. And I don't know who you refer to with the Queen. Me, William, who's the antioxidant queen, or any of the other fabulous queens who got in the chat. But we're here, and we're happy to be here. Love you so, so much. Adri says, hello, Rob and everybody. Happy to make the live stream after a while. Finally feeling better. Adri, we have missed you. We've been worried about you as well. Quite a few people have been asking how you're getting on, so hopefully you're feeling better, back on top form, because like I say, we've missed you, and it's wonderful to have you back. Love you so, so much. Agri says, thank you for the Geek and Gorgeous retinol. I love it. I love that retinol so much. Chris Gibson did a video on his channel yesterday saying that retinol is like the better version of retinol. Couldn't agree more, and I think the Geek and Gorgeous retinol, cheapest on the market and formulated so well. You get no redness, peeling or irritation from it. Just game-changingly good. Danny says, Laura Rob, I'm one of those trying not to laugh much because of the smile lines. I feel like Droopy. Do you remember that cartoon? Oh my god, yeah. So I don't think it ever made it out of like Europe, to be honest, Danny. So there used to be this program called Droopy and Dripple. It was his sidekick, and they were like, it was like this double act thing. Anyway, it was really good. I do remember Droopy. And you know what? Me and my brother, I can't believe I remember this. This is a real flashback. My brother Josh, who is absolutely amazing. I love him to bits. Me and him grew up and we were actually close with all my brothers, but he was like a superstar. And me and him had hamsters he must have been like 3 and I must have been like 6. And we got hamsters and we called our hamsters Droopy and Dripple. Okay, was mine Droopy or was mine Dripple? I can't remember. I'll have to ask him now. But God, that is a blast from the past. You know when you get like Danny, this is why I love you. This is why I love you. Yeah, oh, those hamsters. Mine was lovely. Mine was a really nice hamster. His was vicious little thing. Sandra says, will you be testing more Korean skincare? Yes. I went mad for Korean skincare like a year ago, and now I've like reined it in, and I only try the products that I really want to try. But once a month, usually I do a Korean like skincare haul. So we've got a video coming up in the next 2 or 3 days where I look at all the new launches from Beauty of Joseon, which is one of my favorite Korean skincare brands. So I've tried most of their products, but they've got some new launches I'm going to kind of give you an update on. So if you're a fan of Beauty of Joseon, look out for that video. I'm super excited. And like I said, I'm trying to do more full brand reviews now. I'm feeling a bit more inspired into looking into different brands, moving away from single product reviews, which I think everyone's just a bit bored of, and into like the full brand reviews that I think give a more holistic approach. Today's video, straight after this live stream, actually is a full brand review of Allies of Skin. Heard of them? I didn't expect to like them because they come with quite a high price point, and I'm cheap and I'm drugstore to my core. But I think sometimes you can pay extra to get extra, and I don't mind that if the brand actually delivers something extra for our hard-earned coin, if that makes sense. So I put some of the Allies of Skin products on order, and then Allies of Skin actually reached out and said, oh, could we send you some more products as well? I think they recognized like the email from my order or something, I don't know. And I was like, yeah, sure, but honestly, I really don't mind paying like my own cash. I'm always happy to do that. And so we kind of got a mix of this, and I tried them all, and I think I did the right thing, because the products I ordered and I actually like paid for it from were the ones that I like the most. So I think maybe I'm a good judge of my own skin type while reading the ingredients, because they were the standout. Some of them were holy grails, some were total fails, and we're going to pick it apart in today's video. The main reason you should watch is we've got a giveaway. So 2 lucky winners chosen at random by Tom to keep it super fair. He doesn't know that he's signed up to this yet, but he's probably sat there going, really? Really? But then they'll keep it totally fair if he's the one pulling out of the hat. In a week's time, 2 winners will get to choose an Allies of Skin product of their choice, and they'll be able to have it shipped to them completely free of charge from me. Just a great way of saying thank you for all the love and support you guys show me. All you need to do in that video is literally just give it a like and a thumbs up and leave me a comment to let me know, and then you're entered, and you can choose the product of your choice if you win. I am also in that video sharing with you some dupes, because whilst I do love Allies of Skin, and like I said, it's worked really well for me. I've been really impressed with some of their products. I know that not everybody is going to want to spend Allies of Skin money, and so I've shared some dupes as well, so you can kind of get the benefits without spending Allies of Skin money. God, I'm going to have to take a sip of this tea after all that waffling on that I've just done. Bear with me. Just take a sip. Love that. If you haven't already, I should have said before, make sure you click the like button. We do that every time. I remind people every time I take a sip of my tea, just as like a break in the in the live stream. Irene says, yeah, your skincare is on its way. Yes, I'm so glad everyone's got their shipping notifications. I just can't wait for all those parcels to start landing, so you guys can tell me your thoughts and feelings on the lip balm and the exfoliating gel in particular. Sanjita says, hi Rob, lots of love and effort and honesty. Thank you. Saying, I love the reviews and recommendations. Thank you so much. That is such a nice comment. You know what? I read all your comments every single day, and I respond to as many as possible, and they always make me so happy. So thank you all, for everyone that just takes the time to leave a like, leave a comment. It genuinely does mean the world for me. Silver says, hi Rob, hello my love, great to see you my love. Danny says, I like the niche Beauty Lab products I've tried. I have the new line that looks interesting, but I'm on a shopping ban. Oh Danny, I know the struggle. I'm supposed to be on a no spend. What month are we on? No spend May. So far, total fail. But I'm trying. Let's see. Oh, there we are. I've got back to where we are now. Chan says, cat hair on my face. I'm freshly washed. Clothes in my food. At this point, I'm 90% cat hair. I said, Jan, yes. I honestly think at this point you could probably knit a cat hair sweater if you just picked off all the bits of Marcel that are currently stuck to me. Poor little Marcel had a little fall the other day, just as a side note. He had a little fall the other day and sort of sprained his back leg, and he was hidden under the bed, like all scared and feeling ill and in pain, bless him. So we took him to the vet. £500 later. We're not mentioning it. We're moving on with our life. It's fine. The good news is nothing was broken. Had an x-ray, nothing was broken. Just his pride was bruised, I think, more than anything. And he's been super cuddly since. I don't mind when he's feeling a little bit under the weather. I don't mind cuddling him. But as a result, I am 90% Marcel now. Paul said, did you find that the Allies of Skin repairing balm pilled? I didn't. Now, I have heard other people say that. It didn't for me, but the way that I used it is at the end of my evening skincare routine, I just put a small layer. I kind of let everything sink in, then put a small layer of it over the top, and I kind of worked it in gradually rather than rubbing, and that worked really well. I was expecting for it to pill because everybody said that it would, but it didn't on me. I don't know whether there's been a reformulation or anything, but yeah, like I thought it was fine, but I have heard that before. Suzanne says, my Catman Jan. It rhymes as well, Suzanne. What's more to love? Let's see. Danny says, I'm being the nanny of my friend's dog, and she loves to lick my skincare. She gets totally wild. If I go in the shower, she waits patiently till I'm out of it and tries to spare me the use of a towel. I love a good dog. I love dogs for that very reason. And Danny, we want pictures. I want pictures on that Facebook group. All animal pictures, always welcome. Paul says, you're fashionably late, darling. You're an iconic skincare diva. I would like to say, even before I became an iconic skincare diva, according to some, I was always late. Like, my mother used to always, that was like her one thing. She used to say, like, I always did my homework. I was always like a really good teenager. I wasn't even like stroppy or anything, but I was always late, and that was always the one thing that really drove everyone mad. I try. We want more dupes, and thanks to the info on skincare. Happy. I've got a dupes video coming up for Monday, so watch this space. Alicia says, can I use the Mad About Skin Serum with Tret? Yes, I kind of designed it to go along with Tret. I thought it'd be a really good way of, oh, there's a cat hair on my glasses now. Yeah, so it's designed to go with Tret because it's super gentle, but it's also got some hydrating, calming and soothing ingredients, so it'll minimize the risk of any irritation from your Tret. So it's great if you're a beginner to retinoids, but it's also great if you're an established user too. TNH says, hi guys, totally forgot to check the time again. TNH, great to see you, my love, and I am so glad that you could join. Tom says, yeah, Alicia, I use the Mad About Skin Serum every night with my Tret. We love that. Tom's skin, by the way, I don't know whether it's just good genetics or the Mad About Skin Serum. I'm hoping it's the latter because he would be a great billboard for the Mad About Skin Serum. Tom's skin is looking gorgeous at the moment, literally gorgeous. Total radiance, glow game on point. Larissa says, hi everyone, wishing you all beautiful Saturday. See you back on replay. Love you, Larissa. Thank you for joining on replay. Michelle, great to see you. Melissa says, I love your channel. Thank you, Michelle. I love you too. Danny says, dog's breath is not that bad, but yeah, kind of makes you feel dirty immediately when they lick you out of the shower. I need to find out something because she is a stubborn one too. Oh, I totally know. I know. Jane, great to see you, my love. So Jane says, slow mode, question mark. This is a new feature you can use on live streams where it prevents people like spamming their comment after comment after comment. Normal people don't do this, but bots do. And lots of we've had like bots just disturb the chat. So slow mode means you have to wait 60 seconds between each comment that you make just to slow everything down and make sure those bots can't get in the way and ruin our enjoyment of the chat. So yeah, that's what that is. Even though it sounds really weird and like it's some like big dramatic change, but it's not. It's just to stop the bots. Alicia said, thank you, Tom. Can't wait to get my package. I'm most excited for the exfoliating gel. I love the fact that people are really excited for the exfoliating gel because I think I expected in all of this for people to be most excited about the lip balm, and lots of people are, but I think the love for the exfoliating gel has like really, it surprised me in the best possible way. So I hope you guys absolutely love it. And Alicia says, yeah, it's got kojic acid in, which is one of my absolute faves. I love kojic acid. And in 2% concentration too, which is actually going to give a meaningful benefit, which I love. Suzanne says, any updates on La Roche-Posay going cruelty-free? I see some of their 20% off sales, and I'm so tempted. So, last I heard, Suzanne, is they said this year, early part of this year, well, we're now in June. I did email them again and said, any news on this? And it all comes down to their sunscreens and China. So they've got workarounds for all their products bar sunscreens. So, kind of watch this space. It's frustrating because I would love to be able to recommend loads of the Roche-Posay products because I think their products are genuinely amazing. But we're waiting on it, and I will keep you guys will be the first to know, I promise. Katharina says, on the topic of pycnogenol, or however it's spelled, I use the Revox resveratrol. Can I mix the two together? Yes, you can. They work beautifully well together. It is pycnogenol, you spelled it right. I used to call it phyconogenol, which added about nine vowels to that, but never mind. I prefer my old pronunciation. But it's pycnogenol, you did spell it right, and you can use it with resveratrol absolutely fine. Paul says, yes, who are you going to the cabin with, Rob? I am going with my family. We're doing a bit of a family trip. I never, ever, ever get to see my mom and dad like on their own because my brother and my niece and nephew and his wife all live with my mum and dad, and I adore them all. They're all absolutely fabulous. But obviously, young kids all just, it's like Uncle Rob endlessly, which I love, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But it means that I get zero chance to ever speak to my mother and dad. So it's quite nice that we're going to go away, and I'll just have like them to actually like chat and stuff. And my dad is basically me, but straight, if that makes sense. We have basically the same accent, we have the same like likes and dislikes, we're basically the same person, and so it's actually really, really nice to like go and spend time with him, because I never get to do that, and I never really got to do that growing up, because he was always working shifts, super busy, and worked like 3 jobs so that we could like all have the things that we wanted, which I'm eternally grateful for. So I never really got to spend loads of quality time with dad, so it's quite nice that we get to do this on holidays. And he loves, my dad basically is a sucker for anything free. You know, when you go through the supermarkets and the old stock that they're trying to get rid of, they cut up that rancid pork pie that they don't want to have to throw in the bin, put it on a platter and like call it a free sample. My dad's there, troughing the lot, then saying he's got, you know, stomach ache, and you think, you wonder why. He's that sort of person. So he goes on a cruise that's all inclusive. He's in his element. Literally in his element. Eating 800 ice creams just because they're free. You know, piling his plate high. Loves it. So, yeah, so I'm going with that. And I'm going with my grandparents as well, which would be really nice as well. So, yeah, it's a bit of a family. It's going to be a bit of a family affair. I've got cabin to myself, which I think I'm going to be very grateful for a bit of, like, me time and chill time. But then I've got the family around as well. So, it's quite nice. The only thing is, because I used to work for the cruise company that we are going with, it's kind of like they expect me to know everything. So 90% of the cruise is like, Rob, what does this do? Rob, where's this happening? Where do we go for this? I'm like, I don't know. I'm expected to know absolutely everything about an 800 million ton cruise ship. But you know what? It's all good, and it's good fun. So I'll take lots of pictures. We'll do a live stream from the cabin. You'll be able to see it all. I'll take you on holiday with me. BB Sale, great to see you, my love. Sending you lots and lots of love. Michaela says, only 50 likes. Click that like button. Michaela, I couldn't agree more. That we are up to 77 likes now, which is good. So I'm a little bit behind with the comments. But yeah, Michaela's reminding everyone, and I think this is fair comment to say, if you haven't already, if you could gently caress that like button. You know what? I always say, like, it's a great way. You don't have to. This is your obligation. But if you like the content, you like the live streams, you like the chat, you want to help a guy out, you can click. Something's got to, you know, I need to bring that ad revenue in. Something's got to pay for my pina coladas on board. I'm only joking. But if you wanted to click that like button, obviously it would mean the world to me, and I'm so grateful. Irene says, oh, you're darling. Where will you be going, Rob? I'm doing the Norwegian fjords, which is kind of cool. I've done them before in like winter, well, in autumn when it was very cold, very snowy, but I've never done it in summer where it's supposed to be really, really beautiful. So yeah, we're doing the fjords, and it's going to be very, very exciting, and I can't wait. And a lot of it is actually sailing through the fjords rather than, you know, having to get off at each stop, which I love to get off and see new places, but also when it's chill, it's quite nice to just sail through. I get chronically seasick, so I don't know why I like going on cruises so much. It's like the only thing, I think because they're so big, I don't notice that I'm actually on water. But normally, you won't get me anywhere near a boat. Yet somehow, a cruise ship, I'm at home on. But you know what? It's weird. Tom says, Rob, how long are the discount codes good for? So, the free shipping one will be ending at the end of tomorrow. So, if you want to get free shipping on your Mad About Skin orders, do it now. You just need to use the code no shipping, 2 separate words, capital N, capital S, and you'll get free shipping no matter where you live in the world. And yeah, that's valid until midnight tomorrow night. So stock up now if you want to. We still have some inventory left of it's the lip balm that's running out quickest, and the exfoliating gel following behind, but we should be getting some new stock later in the month. But if you want to get your hands on it, use that code for the free shipping now, and that will last until tomorrow. If you want the try again for 25% off, the serum is ongoing, and the Mad About Skin family, the MAS family one, all capital letters, 2 separate words. No, the MAS family one, all one word, all capital letters. Why did I make this so difficult? Is one time only. So it's unlimited in terms of the timeline, but it's for once per customer only. So yeah, hopefully that I didn't confuse you as much as it confused me. And Tom says the shampoo that we're using is Amica 3D. Love the smell of it. I do love the smell of it. And you get this 80s bouffant look. Which is somewhat to do with the heat and the humidity here in the UK. And that shampoo, genuinely, it promises volume. You get a lot of volume for your money. TNH says, oh, I love that shampoo. It's so good. It's so good. Suzanne said, I was recommended all the La Roche-Posay products by my derm years ago and I used it forever. All of the products are top notch. Once I started watching Mad About Skin, I cut down to the big time. Yeah, and I'll be back on them. As soon as they go cruelty free, I will be back on them for sure. I'm with you on that, Suzanne. Jane says, have you tried derma rolling or derma needling? Did you see results? I have tried neither. Not because I just don't feel like I needed them, but I do know some people that have tried them and they've got really good results. So I think derma rolling, best done, you can do it at home, but I think best done in a salon, because when you roll it over the skin, basically you want to stamp, not roll, because as you roll it over the skin, those needles, if you think they go into the skin like that, and then as they roll, you roll it out, it goes like that. So instead of giving a vertical cut, it gives a bit more of a cut and an incision, which actually can do too much damage. This is something that was recommended to me by my dermatologist and said, if you want to do it, go to an esthetician, go to a professional, don't necessarily do it at home. I think, people do get great results at home, but that was the information that I was passed on, so I probably recommend that. Silver says, dear Rob, I need help. What tackles stubborn melasma and rosacea at the same time? I tried everything, vitamin C and azelaic acid in the morning, niacinamide and Gran Active in the evening, but they're not resolving. I think my recommendation would be a good high strength ascorbic acid, 20% I'd probably go for, and an azelaic acid in a good concentration, like 15%, used together in the morning, probably would give the best results. If you're using those concentrations and they're not working, I think the next treatment would be to go to a professional, look at laser options, look at prescription options, because I think if that's not working, that's probably the strongest that you're going to be able to get over the counter at least. Sweet Tea says, I love the longer hair, Rob, but lol on the mullet. As someone who grew up in the 80s, you're not even close, man. Mullets and mole hair, Aquanet killed the ozone layer. Oh, do you remember Aquanet? We've got Elnet still here in the UK. It's pretty similar. So my dad, who is my absolute hero, he in the 80s, before I was born, in fact on my birth picture, he's got me in his arms and he has got the very best George Michael mullet with the sun-in dyed streaks through them. Doesn't get better than that. I was like, shop. It's a look. And because my dad's ridiculously young, because he had me really young, so it's kind of like we're very similar. We're kind of like a weirdly similar sort of demographic age. That makes me cringe. It was a very wham moment, yeah. And my mum was like, "Oh no, I thought your dad was really hot with his son in hair." I was like, "Shot." I don't think anybody looked good in sun in, but you can actually still buy that stuff. Do you remember when people used to rub a lemon on the head? Has anyone done that? I think that is still a thing. Put a lemon on your head and somehow that gives you blonde hair or something. Not sold on that. Not sure that's the best idea, but you know what? We've all done these things in our past, haven't we? Elizabeth says, hey Rob, sorry I'm late, but finally made it to a live stream. Elizabeth, it's great to have you here. Great to see you, my love, and sending you so much love. Has the Faded serum hit the European market yet? So, I've got an update on this. So, Faded, they were going to be shipping to outside of the US. So, previously you could only get it in the US. They then announced that they were shipping to Europe, so we were all like, yes, amazing, this is wonderful. Except they'll only ship to the UK. They ship from the UK. So the problem is when Britain left the European Union, we changed some of our regulations because some of the EU regulations are ridiculously rigid, and we changed some of them, which means we can get things like the Topicals Faded serum here. It can't be sold directly into Europe, but you can order from the UK website, but you'll have to pay European Union VAT and customs. So it's a little bit difficult, and I understand why. And I reached out and said, is it coming to Europe, so I can pass it on to you guys? And they said basically the EU market isn't big enough to make it worth their while reformulating to do that, and also the reformulation would mean it take out a lot of the ingredients that were actually beneficial, so they don't want to do that. So basically they're not going to be stocking in the European market yet, but it is sold here in the UK, because we have different regulations on that, and you can order from the UK for shipping to Europe, but you probably will have to pay customs charges and the new European Union VAT amounts as well. So kind of bear that in mind. I know that's very confusing. It is very confusing. But that's why you can get it here in the UK, but you can't get it in Europe. And I think that's going to become a theme. A lot of the things I've been reading, so the Crest White strips for the peroxide teeth whitening strips, they've been banned by the EU for the longest possible time. And recently we're going to be changing our legislation here in the UK so they can now be sold here. So we can get them. They're absolutely safe. I've been using them. Here in the UK, we order them from America and have them shipped in. So everyone uses them. We just order them from America. So they'll be available here in the UK. But again, I don't think they're going to be available in Europe, which I think is a shame because it limits people's access to good quality products, but it is what it is, isn't it? So yeah, that's a bit of an update on Faded. I don't think it's going to be coming to the European market, if I'm honest, which is a real shame, but I do get Faded's thing of they don't want to reformulate in such a way that it's not the same product, it's not as good. I kind of get that, and I respect that, because they could do that to just get the sales in, so I kind of respect them a bit more for that. Michelle says, question, can I use Faded if I'm allergic to sulfur? You can, but patch test. Patch test first, because some of the products in it is like a sulfur derivative, which might be problematic, so patch test would be the best thing. Suzanne says maple syrup. The Canadian in me is tingling. Yeah, I used to love that. Oh, it's so simple with like maple syrup. It's so good. Tom says the best maple syrup is from Canada, Suzanne. Now I'm gonna offend every single person in Canada. I love Canadian maple syrup. I think it's amazing, literally gorgeous, and it's really easy to get here in the UK now, which I'm all about. But the very best maple syrup I've ever had is when I went to be fair, it was direct at one of the farms, like one of the processing units in Vermont, which was game-changingly good. I think, to be fair, it was because it was literally direct from the source, like it had just been like bottled there, so it didn't get fresher than that. And I'm sure, Tom, what I've got to do is come over to you and we'll go direct to the Canadian maple thing, and I can compare and contrast to that. Should we do that? And then it's all fair, because that Vermont maple syrup was like, oh, other level amazing, but of course the Canadian maple syrup also beautiful. Danny says lime juice and sun, awful combination. I know. And Jan says lime juice and sun go together really well, but only if there's a mojito in the mix. That I can get on board with. Sabine says, haven't seen you lovely people in weeks. Hugs and greetings from a nice to see the UK has become more bright. Absolutely, the sun is shining here in the UK. We are loving it, and great to see you too, Sabine, my love. Thank you so much for joining again. D says, hi there, Rob. Any chance you'll do another products for a full routine for 100 for anti-aging? I do have a full anti-aging skincare routine video coming up in the next week, so watch this space. Is it under $100? £100? Yes it is, and it will be game-changingly good, promise. Teresa says, have you tried any of the Costa Baja products? I was looking for a centella toner and came across a Duraline and Matrixyl 3000 serum. A 60ml bottle is about the same as the ordinary Matrixyl. It is. I reached out to them and said, could I know the concentrations of these? Because I want to make sure I'm getting the same concentrations as mixing the two from the ordinary together. They wouldn't tell me. They said, no, we don't divulge our concentrations. I was like, really? So that kind of put me off trying more products from them. But I did still put loads on order, and I've got a little bit of an update for you guys, so you can kind of know. I was a bit annoyed that they wouldn't tell me. They don't have to, there's no law that says you have to, but it annoyed me just a little bit, which kind of put me off the brand. But I am going to try lots of their products because they're so drugstore and affordable, and I do genuinely like the look of their products as well. So watch this space. There definitely will be a review of them coming in the next couple of months, and when I've tried some more of their products. Sarah, great to see you, my love, says love the quiff. Oh, I know, it's actually getting a little bit in the way now. It's getting caught on Tuesday, so it's all good. Danny says, I love Canadian maple syrup. I wouldn't waste it in the bath round. That is gold. I agree with you, Danny. Don't put maple syrup in your bath. Period. Sweet Tea says, Suzanne, I used it to help. I used to help tap trees and run lines in Northern Ohio. I miss that. It does look super fun. It looks super fun. D says yes to full brand reviews. Yeah, I stopped doing them because I felt like there weren't any brands that I was really that excited about trying. I didn't feel that inspired. And then I've been trying so many recent new brands recently. I've kind of fallen in love with the full brand review again, which is why today we have the full brand review of Allies of Skin. But one thing I do want to do when I do these full brand reviews, I want to make sure I do a giveaway each time I do these, so you guys can try. Who doesn't like to win something? Who doesn't love to feel like they're a winner and they can get in on some of those freebies? So I definitely want to incorporate more of the to kind of get more into the giveaways at the same time. So if you've just joined, by the way, today's video is on Allies of Skin. It comes straight after 7:30, so in 25 minutes time, straight after this live stream. It'll premiere, so I'll be typing as we go along. It is on one of my current skincare obsessions, which is Allies of Skin. Half the products game-changingly good, half the products not good at all. So you'll have to watch it to find out which are which. But I've got a giveaway where you guys can choose 2 lucky winners. We'll get to choose an Allies of Skin product of their choice, and I'll ship it free of charge to them. So yeah, if you want to try something bougie and luxury but don't want to pay for it, check out that video. All you need to do is leave a comment there, click the like button and leave a comment, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. And Tom is going to be the glamorous like competition director, will be his full title, and he'll be pulling the names out of the hat. He doesn't know that yet, but I'm sure he will. Jane says, sorry, I got new meds. Listen on catch up. Lots of love. Oh, Jane, we're so sorry. I'm sorry you're not feeling too well, my love, but I'm sending you lots of love and a massive hug, and we'll see you on catch up. Tom says, William, where did you go to? Yes, William, where are thou? Gillian, great to see you, my love. Laura says, hi Rob, hello Mad About Skin family. Just want to wish you all a wonderful Saturday. I'll be watching on the live stream tomorrow. For now, I'm celebrating my BFF's birthday. Laura, give your BFF a big birthday hug from me, and I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful evening. Scott says, I vote for an e.l.f. skincare line review. Well, Scott, you might be reading my mind, because that is coming up in the next couple of weeks, and I cannot wait. Tom says, hi Laura, happy birthday to your BFF. There's someone else that has a birthday coming up soon. Any guesses? Tom, you can tell about my birthday, but you're not allowed to tell about my age. Nobody's found that. 26. If anyone asks, 26. If anyone believes that, they're an idiot. Eloise says, here to press the like button. Got to go in the middle of a game of Mega Monopoly and with my mate's son while they watch Man U. Monopoly. The best way to lose friends. I get super competitive. I don't think last time I played Monopoly with a family member, they banned me from ever playing it again. Yeah, it got that bad. But I hope you're winning. Get that coin. Win at all costs, Eloise. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Laura says, oh, thank you, Tom. Got my suspicions. Nobody needs any suspicions. If anyone asks, I'm 26. Jamie says, what's your view on Botox? Well, I had Botox years ago. People said prevention is better than the cure. Use it preventatively. And I thought, okay, I'll give that a go. When I had it done by a professional and really talked to them about what I wanted, what outcomes I wanted. I felt like I went into it like eyes open, and I was ready for a really good outcome. So I tried with Botox. I wasn't a big fan. I didn't get very many results, which, okay, I didn't expect it because I was using it preventatively rather than to get those results. But I still felt a little bit disappointed. It was quite expensive, and you know what? I just think I can get really good results from peptides and, retinols and other things in my skincare routine. So I'm not a big fan of Botox, if I'm honest. But this is a big but. I always say in skincare, use what works for you. And I know there's lots of people that swear by Botox and say how amazing it is. So I'm not like one of these people that's going to be judgmental if people use it. I think, it's there. It's part of our skincare arsenal. Do I use Botox? No. Would I? Never say never. Who knows what the future holds, but I'm not the biggest fan of it for me. But that's just my personal opinion. Suzanne says, Bioma SPF was the first Asia sunscreen I ever bought, but using it consistently was a bad idea. I didn't think to rotate, so dropped it willingly. This is true. I think because it's got so much drying alcohol in it, great for those warm, really humid days, but I think maybe alternate it with a more hydrating sunscreen. Irene says, I'm sorry, Rob. Some journalist said that Victoria does not smile for avoiding wrinkles. Oh, she said that. I don't believe it anyway. I love Victoria and her style. Okay, I heard this. Now, Victoria Beckham is one of my absolute, legend and favourite people. And just as a little bit of a, total fangirl moment, I got a package sent through. So she's launched her own skincare line about 3 months ago. It's ridiculously priced, but the packaging is gorgeous, but it's ridiculously priced. And I think she did it in collaboration with Estee Lauder. I think it was Estee Lauder that she kind of did it in collaboration with. Anyway, they sent a PR package, and it had their density serum or something. It was ridiculously priced serum, and it had a little note in there that said, to Mad About Skin, brackets Rob, really love your content, would love to know your thoughts on this product. And it said, love Victoria. I don't think for 1 second it was signed by Victoria Beckham, but I'm treasuring it like it definitely was. And I think in my heart of hearts, I hope that it was. I didn't want to read to filth and be actually it's produced in collaboration with Estee Lauder, and there's no way that I would use an Estee Lauder product direct from that, because they test animals. It wasn't with my ethos at the time. And then since then, obviously the Ordinary's been bought up by Estee Lauder, which just complicates things. But there's a hot way of saying I gave it away to a friend who did want to use it, but I kept the note, and I was like, I'm treasuring that. So I love Victoria Beckham, and apparently this is a myth that people say that she doesn't smile because she doesn't want wrinkles, and she lives I've got a place in the Cotswolds, which is a really, really beautiful place in the country, area of the country, the UK, and she lives in the next village along. Never met, never met. But I did know from the person that owns the pub in the village that her and David Beckham now live full time, said that when they came in, they were the nicest family ever, and she never stopped smiling. So I think we can dispel the myth that Victoria Beckham never smiles. I don't know that because I don't know her. I've got a note though. But I say life is too short not to smile. So slap on that skincare and smile to the gods, because honestly, the thing that people notice, and I always say this to people, is if we feel a bit self-conscious, we've got a blemish, we've got a wrinkle, we've got a zit going on, a bit of hyperpigmentation, and we're super self-conscious about it, nobody notices it. The things people notice are our eyes and our smile. So if you wink and you smile, nobody cares about your zit. That's just a bit of a side note. Eloise says, I had to contact the Inculist, ordered the tranexamic acid night treatment, aka mask, got a different packaging that says serum, and use the serum stage. Identical product though. Yes, I've got a bit of an update for this, and it's going to be in a shorts video that I filmed for tomorrow. Basically, they updated the product's exactly the same. So the Inculist tranexamic acid night treatment is now known as the tranexamic acid serum. Exactly the same product, but the reason they've done that is they've changed the advice. So instead of recommending you use it at night, they recommend you use it twice a day, which actually is the right way to use tranexamic acid. So they thought it was confusing if it's called a night treatment, so they took that out and just called it serum. So that kind of takes some of the mystery out of it, but I did wonder exactly the same thing, and I thought it was a bit shady. They weren't a little bit more open about why it's changed, but now it's recommended for twice daily use, which I actually think you'll get better results. Girly Girl says, I love the vitamin C 35%. This is the Allies of Skin one. I've not tried the 35% because my skin is super sensitive to vitamin C, but I have been using the 25%. Hands down, the quickest acting vitamin C I have ever tried. Literally in love with it. So in love with it. It's a bit pricey. That was the only thing that I would say. It's a bit pricey, but I do really love it. Elizabeth says, hi Rob, I just turned 40 and my biggest concern are sunspots. I use Curology Tret with tranexamic acid and niacinamide. Would switching the tranexamic acid for azelaic acid give better results? No, add the azelaic acid in. You can use azelaic and tranexamic acid together, and it's like the powerhouse couple when it comes to hyperpigmentation and melasma sunspots. So get yourself, if you're using tranexamic acid already, I'd probably go for like a 10% azelaic acid or a 5%. The Mad About Skin Serum has 5% in, Face Theory do a 10% azelaic acid, and Revox do a 10% azelaic acid. So 5 or 10%, use it alongside, it'll just boost the pigment correcting ability of your skincare routine. You will love it. Great question. MSK says, Q&A skincare review, since that brand is pretty drugstore, at least according to Boots. Yes, so I did one. I did a Q&A skincare review. Really early on in this channel, but I haven't done one since, and they've launched so many new products. So yes, I definitely will be happy to review that. I'll put it on the list. Arsenal, great to see you, my love. So Danny says, oh my god, Rob, you're so generous. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Tom says, sweet tea is the winner. Tom, just for the record, you're the director of competitions and giveaways. You can't declare the winner before the bloody thing's open. Just saying. But sweet tea, I would be very happy for sweet tea to be a winner. He's a winner in my eyes. Like Sweet Tea, Tom is a winner in my eyes. Sweet Tea's a winner in my eyes. Danny, all of those. But we have to be fair and open, Tom. So no cheating. Sweet Tea says, yay, big old box of wine coming up. And we're not having bribes either. Nobody is allowed to bribe Tom with a box of wine, because that is definitely his guilty pleasure and the way to guarantee a win. Alicia says, OMG, waiting to get mine. I look into my email every day. Alicia, you will be getting your tracking reference, hopefully. I'll look out for it and resend it if it hasn't arrived already. But Tom says, only kidding, I have a random name generator, so picking the name will be totally random and not influenced by box wine. So Sweet Tea says, fine, I'm drinking the wine by myself. Well, that's fine. You guys crack me up so much. Tom says, now a tank of wine will get Sweet Tea all the Allied Skin products they want. True. MSK says, always get a dose of dopamine when Rob calls us love. Oh, thank you. This is my northern me. I'm from Leeds originally, and up north we call everyone love. Like it's like term of endearment, like a greeting, and I love you all so much, and you're all love to me. Christina says, hello, after your recommendation I got the ordinary lactic acid and I love it. Christina, we love you too, and I'm so glad it's working. Did you go for the 5% or the 10%? I personally went straight for the 10% because my skin's relatively resilient, but I always like to get people's experience with the 5%. Sunny says, oh my god, I literally spent 20 minutes looking for my cat Izzy, calling her name, running up the stairs, looking in cabinets, getting very desperate, finally looked up and she was on the kitchen cabinet. This is cats for you. They know when you just want to sit down with a cup of tea and chill, and they'll do anything to prevent you doing it. Like, it's just cats for you. But I'm glad she's found safe and sound. Sweet Tea says, now I'm craving wine, but specifically sangria. Oh, I love a good sangria. I do love a good sangria. Aileen, great to see you, my love, says, hey Rob, what did you think of Trini's products? The vitamin C and the retinol are the best in my opinion. Love them. Ooh, I actually really like the exfoliator, but I do also like the vitamin C. So the Trini, who, did you ever remember the program? It was called What Not to Wear? Was it What Not to Wear? Anyway, there was this two duo, Trini and Susanna, that basically told people what they should and shouldn't wear for their skin tone, their, body shape and all that good stuff. I don't think you could get away with that sort of program now because there was lots of touching and grabbing going on. It was very weird. It was very weird. But basically they did that like 15 years ago and it was huge here in the UK. And then Trini kind of continued to be a bit of a celebrity and a bit of a star. Now she brought out her own skincare line. I've been trying it. I love the products. A lot of people said, oh, this is cash grab. It's not. The products are really well formulated. The packaging is to die for, and they do refillable capsules. So you don't have to buy the whole thing again. You get a discount if you buy the refills, and you could just like lock and load it into the product, which I love. Saves the environment, saves us some coin. We're all on that. So I say the vitamin C and the exfoliators are my personal favorites. I love them. Oh, Suzanne says, I think I might need to get the Ben and Jerry's strawberry cheesecake ice cream out. Oh, that does sound really good. That does sound really, really good. No way says, I have a long question. Sorry if it sounds dumb, but it's been on my mind since I saw it recently. Trend. I'll probably post multiple comments explaining. Hope you don't mind. That's fine. You can put your comments and I will read it and we'll get onto it. I'll look forward to them. Tina says, good afternoon from Michigan. Sending you lots and lots of love, Tina. Love you lots. MSK says, no one is perfect. Rob is always late. Oh my god, he's Genevieve from Barbie 12 Dancing Princesses. That's pretty much sums me up. Yeah. That does literally put me. I think I've always been late. I try. I try so hard. I genuinely do. 3 minutes wasn't bad for me. 3 minutes wasn't so bad. And he says, oh no, I'm really looking forward to the acid serum. I hope you'll absolutely love it, my love. Sally says, looking at me like, can you please shut up, Mum? I'm trying to sleep here. Oh, I love cats. They have you hunt for them all over the house. And when you find them, like, yeah, please, I've been here the whole time. Yeah. No, he says, so it's true with oily skin, when people don't moisturize, it becomes more oily, right? Because our skin senses the barrier needs. No. So this is a myth. People say that if you don't moisturize, your skin will produce more oil. This isn't actually the case. I think if you have very, very dry skin, if you have naturally oily skin, but then you strip and dry it, then the skin can overcompensate over time. But if you don't moisturize, it's not going to do that. As long as your skin is balanced, it's absolutely fine not to moisturize. My preference is to get a hydrating and moisturizing SPF, and that kind of does 2 in 1. Take it for someone that has super oily skin. If you don't moisturize, it's not going to cause your skin to go into oil overdrive and create more oil. It's fine. And also, the oil isn't really the problem. It's when the oil gets stuck in the skin. So providing you've got a really good cleanse, you've got a really nice salicylic acid in there, you'll be fine. Because actually the oil that our skin produces isn't the problem. It's when it gets lodged in the pores, then it becomes a problem. But that's a really great question. That's not a stupid question. That's a really great question. One of those myths that's constantly out there. Sandra says, I love kojic acid. It was the only thing I hadn't added to my routine and wanted to stay it. Thank you so much, Sandra. And I hope you love the Mad About Skin exfoliating gel. Asla says, it's way more bougie. We love it. I love a bougie moment in my life. Let's see. Danny says, oh no, Rob telling on his father again. I love your mum and dad. They're amazing. My mum and dad are amazing. They're basically just like me. That my mother would hate to admit that she's basically me. That we are like two peas in a pot. You could definitely pick out, and I look exactly the same as my brothers as well. So definitely, like, you could pick my family out in a lineup easily, like way too easily. MSK says, oh, Uncle Rob times 3. Yeah, I do sometimes, like when I see like nieces and nephews, which I have many, and they're all adorable and lovely. I think I might change my name from Uncle Rob soon. And it goes through stages, because I've got one of my nieces is like 6 months old now, so not in the full like, but we'll get there. And it always starts as Uncle Wob with a W, and then it progresses to Rob as they get older. So there's the various names, but yeah, in the end, I remember when I took my brother's daughter, my niece, we went to like an animal farm thing. Followed me around. the whole day. Every day was like, Uncle Rob, why is this happening? Uncle Rob, what's that? Uncle Rob, what's going on? I was like, by the end of it, I was like, no more questions. No more questions. I said to my mum, I'm changing my name. But they're so adorable. See, Jan says, it turns out that we ran out of wine. Help, Jan. Help is on its way. Suzanne says, your family sounds lovely, Rob. I'd love to see a group shot. I think we have a group shot. It's very rare that we're all together at the same time. My family are adorable. They're all amazing. And it's very rare that we're all together at the same time. At my brother's wedding, we were all together. I'll find a picture of my brother's wedding. And I also love the suit from that wedding, so it'll be a good picture. I'll find a picture and post it on the Facebook group. Let's see, so cheese parachute. I mean, what's not to love about that name? Just putting that right out there. Love that name. So your new and improved pronunciation of resveratrol has been noted. I personally like the way I used to say, I can't remember, what did I used to say? Resveratrol and piconogenol. That's what I used to say with those two antioxidants. It's pycnogenol and resveratrol. But I kind of like my old way of saying it. I like the old way. Let's see. So, yeah, so No Way says, yeah, Dr. Dre said it's not true. It isn't true. Yeah, if you have oily skin, you don't need to moisturize. You can use a moisturizing sunscreen and it is all good. And anyone that tells you you need to, they're kidding. They're lying to you. Now, we have got 10 minutes left of this live stream, so I'm going to get through as many questions as possible. Last week, I actually got to the end of all the questions. First time ever. I'm going to do my best to do the same today. If you haven't already, if you could minimize the chat, reach over and click the like button. We're at 96 likes. Can we get another, 4 or 5 likes to take us over 100? I think we can in 10 minutes. I'm sure we can do that. But the evening isn't over. So if you haven't, afterwards, if you hop over, you don't need to do anything. You'll automatically be transferred over to today's video, which is on the brand Allies of Skin, where I'm doing a full brand review. We're going to talk about all the pros, the cons, the good products, the bad products, and there is a good giveaway where you can win £100 worth of product just by leaving a comment. So you definitely don't want to miss that out. But we've got 8 more minutes and I'm going to get through as many questions as possible. All I ask for in return is that gentle caressing of that like button. We're at 98 likes, 2 more. We can find 2 more likes in the next 8 minutes. And when you maximize the chat, it takes you back to where you were so you don't miss out on anything. I'm going to take the last sip of my tea and then we're going to blast through some of these questions. That tea is so good. Let's have a look. Paul says, Rob, you've never spoken about the La Roche-Posay Fluid Sunscreen. It's currently the highest protection SPF. Please share your thoughts. I like it. I don't shop La Roche-Posay because they're not an entirely cruelty-free brand, but that doesn't mean nobody can shop them. It's all about personal preference and what matters to you. And if you do like La Roche-Posay, that is a stunning sunscreen. It's really good. Give it a good shake before you use it. Ridiculously high UVA protection, would totally recommend. And it's not too greasy on the skin either. Alien says, I'm going to repurchase 2 sub-Q skin serums tomorrow. I'm desperate now. I can't find any peptide serum I like as much as that. I agree with you, Alien. I absolutely love it. By the way, here in the UK, if you can get to a Decium store, there's one in Westfield, there's one in Covent Garden. If you can get to a Decium store, all the Hylamide products are buy one, get one free. They don't advertise it anywhere, which is really annoying, but you walk in and it's buy one, get one free. So if you can get to a Decium store here in the UK, I don't know if that's global. Might be worth trying out if you're in Toronto or wherever. But here in the UK, buy one, get one free. So I don't know how long it's going to last or any of that, but get it while you can. Chan says, now we're eating salad because of me. I need to get back into bikini measurements. I've neglected my body a bit in these past 30 years. Jan, you are beach ready. I know you're beach ready. Do not worry. Let's see. Oh, wait there. Yeah, Sweet Tea says, don't use sun-in on brown hair because it ends up orange. It does. Everyone used to have that gorgeous orange hair. Do you remember that? Not great. Tom says, I remember that sun-in orange hair. I think we all had that at some point. Mary says, Paul, that's the only problem because you only use cruelty-free. Yeah, that's the only reason I don't reach for La Roche-Posay, but it is a really, really good product. Let's see. ADY says, hi Rob, how can we mitigate the side effects of denatured alcohol in my sunscreen? I want to use Sunscare to essentially reverse the damage it claims to make to the skin barrier. I don't think drying alcohol is that damaging to the skin barrier if used in moderation, particularly in a sunscreen at the end of a routine. If you want to make sure you have something that has some extra hydrators in, Centella will be really good. Urea can be a really good humectant to add to it. Just make sure you use it on top of a really nice moisturizer, something that has a really nice level of hydrators in, and then you'll be absolutely fine. Makeup Boy says, sorry for being late. Just watch Taskmaster with Mom. No, that's fine. That is a good reason to be late, and I'm sending you so much love. Jenna says, hi, just popped in to give a like. Watching Ice Hockey Championship. We are winning Slovakia. Yay, go Slovakia. Enjoy the ice hockey, my love. I'm sending you so much love. D says, yippee and thank you. Love you. Love you so much. See, Makeup Boy says, I'm living in Tampere, Finland. Where's my ice hockey champions are happening? The city is going crazy for it. I know Canada, Finland, every Slovakia goes mad for ice hockey. It's not a thing here in the UK. But a relative of mine does actually, as a side note, a relative of mine up north does actually own an ice hockey team in South Yorkshire, where I'm from. Very bizarre, very bizarre. So I have actually been to a couple of things. It's very aggressive. I get very worried. But I don't think it's as big a thing here in the UK. I don't think our teams are that good either. I'm just going to say, though, I probably should be a bit more supportive than that. Akari says, good night, Rob. Love you. Thank you so much for joining. Tom says, another title. Do I like Director of Competitions? I think you do, Tom. I think it suits you. I think it suits you. Suzanne says, not a day older than 26. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for at least buying into the lie that that's my actual age. It's not, but we can go with it. If I told you my true age, I'd be cheating. I think I have done before. No. When my birthday comes, I'll be the grand old age of 36. Which, you know what? It's not a bad age. It's not a bad age. I just never thought I'd get here. You know, when you think, where did all those years go? Like, what actually happened? Where did all those years go? Piling them on. Anyway, let's see. Irene says, wonderful places, Norway, Finland. I know. I love all the Nordic countries. So, so wonderful. Sweet Tea says, I actually love telling kids I was born in the mid-1900s. It takes them a minute to look on their faces. It's awesome. That I love. Okay, Tom says, maybe we could pick the winner of the Allies of Skin winner by having a skill testing question. What's Rob's true age? I'm not having any. I've just told you all, guys. I've ruined that. But also, zip it. Nobody, that doesn't leave this chat. Charlotte says, oh, I know this one. It's my age. Lol, love you, Charlotte. Aileen says, oh, I do Botox for the 11s twice a year. I'm 42. I need it. I think Botox is great. If you need it, if you get the benefits, definitely. It wasn't for me, personally. Let's see. Jan says, the ice cream is served. That means the evening is ready to go. TNH says, Victoria David, I guess the youngest boy visited my sixth form whilst I was in media studies class, so I didn't see her. Oh, that's quite cool. That's quite cool. I do love a bit of Victoria Beckham action. I am a little bit of a fangirl. I see, Christina says, I got the 10% lactic acid, and I'm so, so glad it's working for you, Christina. Love you. MSK said, I think the cats think we're going to die if you stand still or something. They're obsessed with making you move. I think they do. They just want to keep us on our toes. They just want to keep us on our toes. G says, I just want to thank you for the Pick Noginal recommendation. It's been amazing. Cheers from Las Vegas, Nevada. Do you know what? Las Vegas, I love. I went to see Cher in Las Vegas. Saw Celine at the same time as well. Dream come true. I had laryngitis the whole time. Couldn't even, my voice went, and my friend was like screaming. I was like, nothing came out. I was screaming like, I love you, Cher. Nothing came out. So tragic, but I loved every minute of it. And I was nearly broken by the Las Vegas experience, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Now we have 2 minutes left of this live stream. Before we move on to today's video, which is on Allies of Skin, you're gonna want to move over to that because there's a giveaway. Who doesn't want a good giveaway? All you need to do is leave a comment, a formal comment on the actual comment section of that video, rather than in the chat, and then you'll be entered. You don't have to stay for the whole video, though I hope you will. All you need to do is click that like button, leave a comment, and you'll be entered into that giveaway, where Tom won't be bribed. He'll be doing it fully above board. He won't be bought with boxed wine. Let's see. So Aileen says, I'm desperate at this point. There's no substitute for the sub Q. I agree. Hope Rob's going to make one. I am. It's in process. We have a peptide serum coming up in the works. Verena says, COVID finally managed to catch up on me. Any tips for skincare while being sick? My pores are disproportionately large. I would say, while you're not feeling well, take a break from the skincare. Do what you feel able to do. A really nice cleanse is a really good way of waking you up and making you feel better, and a really good moisturizer. Anything else is optional. I think sometimes we push ourselves to do our skincare when we're ill. Take that time, chill, get better, and then afterwards your skincare routine will be waiting for you. That's what I did when the same thing happened to me. Joseph, great to see you, my love, and I'm so glad you made it to the live. It messes so much, and we do these every single week. 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. European time, 1 p.m. East Coast time, and 10 a.m. West Coast time. So yeah, great to see you, Joseph, and wonderful to have you here. Hope to see you next week. So there we have it, guys. We are now at the end we're now in the end of today's live stream. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with me. But the evening is not over. We're going to move on to today's video, which is a full brand review of Allies of Skin. Bougie, but is it actually worth it? And there's a free giveaway in there as well. Who doesn't want the chance to win some luxury skincare? So I'm going to move everyone over. You don't need to do anything. You'll automatically be transferred, and I'll see you over there. Turn the volume down now. You've been warned. That hold music, not great. Love you all so much. Bye.